I don't know, I'm interested in that, but I don't know, that's it really. I haven't tried to do anything regarding making things out of stuff, whatever, eco-friendly things.
Yeah.
But regarding cheap labour, I mean, I just think it's appalling. I think it's an absolute disgrace. It's too much. You've got to hold back. The fact that the profit margin is what I'm absolutely traumatised by the horror, the contemplation of the horror of global warming. What's going to happen in 2 or 3 generations? Do you know? If we don't do anything now, you won't stop it going to 5 degrees more, and that is uninhabitable except for a few places. That at the best 1 billion people will survive.
Okay.
The population increases to like 11 million.
Right, I see.
That means billions and billions of people, mass starvations, wars, whatever. Sea rise and everything, and hot. Anyway, so I'm trying to I'm thinking about that most of the time, and what can be done. But the last thing, what was it? Oh yeah, about cheap labour. It's absolutely appalling that, and for example, if they doubled the wages of those people, their lives would be even different. But they weren't even prepared to do that, the people that still exploit them. It's like the absolute minimum that they can get away, like 1% of the actual selling price or something really small like that. It's incredible. How can they justify that? I mean, why not give them 5% or 2% or whatever? Why does it have to be, scraped to the bottom like that? It's incredible.
If they did increase the wages, they wouldn't be able to sell the clothes for like £4, for a top in Primark, for example.
Oh, clothes should be a lot dearer. That's the thing. People shouldn't have access to all these clothes. Apparently, one of the things that's the most harmful is the washing of the clothes. All the detergent and whatever. Apparently, and the energy to wash clothes. It's really bad. I've got a bag of talcum powder that I've actually cleaned quite a lot of things with. But anyway, I think that the world is run for cheap labour. Whatever you think about war or raw materials, which is essential, that's what people seem to be fighting over.
Okay.
But in the end, the real thing, the real commodity that can be exploited more than the natural materials, more than selling arms to protect natural materials or oil or whatever, the thing that can always be cranked up and exploited is the cheap labour, and the world is run for cheap labour. And you should read what John Pilger has to say about that, because he says things like the Vietnam War was completely waged for that reason, that they wanted the cheap labour from that incredibly densely populated area of Indonesia around there. Have you had enough now? You want to go?
No. I think this is really interesting. There's a lot of things that I don't know, and it's really interesting for me to find out.
What was wrong with Vietnam was that that was a model that wasn't a capitalist one. And they didn't want anybody in that area thinking that they could, adopt a different model than capitalism, because of the intention to exploit that whole area, which they then went on to do.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, so goodbye.
Oh.